Oh man, what a crazy time we live in. I've been having tons of conversations with people about maintaining their business and continuing to grow even when times get tough. And that's exactly what we're facing right now, tough, weird times. And I thought, since I'm having this conversation so much, why don't I bring it to the table and we can discuss it here really quickly? It's really interesting. I'm in the middle of filling up the next round of my Landmark Clients Intensive, so I'm selling stuff, right? And so I'm having a lot of conversations with my clients about what they should be doing. I'm having a lot of conversation with potential clients. I'm still making sales, and it's really interesting to see. It's almost like a spectrum of like shutting down and freaking out on one side and going full steam ahead on the other side. And I want to get you in the camp that is going to come out the other side of this event in a good position so that you can continue to grow your business. You can continue to maintain, a healthy bottom line throughout this. So hit those hearts and like buttons. Let me know that you're there. Let me know if you're watching the replay with hashtag replay. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts, so put them up and we will talk about them. So I've got 3 things for you today if you want to maintain and even grow your business when times get tough. And the first thing we're going to talk about is retention. Okay, we've talked about this before. If you want security as an entrepreneur, it's a mixture of 2 things: bringing on new clients and retaining your past clients. So right now, right this second, think about your clients that you have. Are you being proactive or are you being reactive? And you want to be proactive because this is what everyone's doing. As things tighten, people freak out. And the first things they start to do is shut off their marketing, their sales. Probably most of the services that you guys provide, they're starting to tighten up and turn off, right? So you have to step up to the plate proactively before they reach that decision and become a strategic partner. You need to connect your services to the bottom line and show up and say, hey, how do we think outside the box here, right? How do we keep your money coming in? How do we keep your doors open? And I know all of you are super creative. All of you have had, I look around the marketplace right now. I see pizza places half-baking pizzas, sealing them up and selling them as frozen pizzas. I see gyms doing virtual classes. I see, there's so much creativity, and you can be that person that goes to your clients and says, hey, let's do things differently. Let's keep your doors open. Let's keep the money coming in. And that person who does that for your clients is not going to see a cut. In fact, they could even invest deeper with you because now they see the connection to the bottom line. It's when you're being reactive, you're not having those conversations, that they say, well, do we really need social media this month? Well, couldn't we skip a couple months of our email list or of our blog? Like, that's when you're being reactive. That's when you get put on the top of the list to be cut. So if you want to retain your clients right now, be proactive. Give them a call. Say, hey, how are you facing this? How's your business? What's going on? Do you want some help thinking outside the box? Let's get creative. Let me help you keep the doors open, and let me show you how my service can drive those sales for you, and then deliver on that, right? Like, this just can't be lip service. You have to actually focus on the bottom line and then actually drive it, right? So show that value, show that ROI constantly. And honestly, what we're really talking about, you already do this. So what we're really talking about is communication. You need to make sure that you're in constant communication with your client, being like, hey, this is what we accomplished. Here's how it's contributing. And then how are you doing, right? What are you thinking? What's your next move? Let me come be a strategy partner with you and step up to the table in that strategy role. What's really, really cool. Yes, this is an awful position. No one wants to be here. But what's really cool is that you can, if you keep selling, one, you can find really cool clients right now, because those that are interested in investing in the long term make the best clients. But 2, if you step up to the plate with, like we're talking about right now, and become a strategic partner, guess who gets to be their service provider of choice for the next 20 years? You, right? Because when times got tough, you stepped up to the plate, right? So that's number 1. Retain your clients. Okay. And you do that by being proactive and stepping up as a strategic partner. And the key to all of this is focus in on that ROI. Focus in on how you benefit the bottom line for your clients. That's how you're going to keep them, or even get them to invest more into your services during this time. Okay, that's number 1. Let's see if you have any comments or thoughts on that. Put them there so I can see them. Again, hit those hearts and like buttons. Let Facebook know this is a good video, and the Facebook algorithm gods will spread it out to everybody else. Let's see here. Number 2, now's the time to invest, right? And there's a couple places. I'm looking down at my notes if you're wondering what I'm looking at. I got like 3 pages here. But now's the time to invest, right? And maybe even pivot with the marketplace. We're seeing a shift in the marketplace, but here is something that you've got to understand. The coronavirus stuff, the freak out around this is short term. So don't make long-term decisions based on short-term problems. I'm not saying that you shouldn't help. I'm not saying that you shouldn't maybe adjust things, but I am saying that if you see an opportunity and it is way outside the realm of your business, it is not a really good choice to shift your entire business model to accommodate a short-term issue. Now, there are going to be some things that are changed forever. Like, I'm sure you and I could come up with some examples. Like the digital workforce. I got to tell you, I am 100% convinced the workforce is going to look different after this. Businesses are going to say, man, this worked. Let's keep doing it. And employees at home that have to go back are going to say, I'm not going back. Let me start my own business, right? So we're going to see a major shift in the digital workforce. Okay, if you let's say that you help people run better meetings, right? Now we're talking that is within your realm of business. You're seeing a market shift, a market trend. Yeah, let's invest in that. But, if you do meetings and you're like, man, so many people need deliveries to their door right now, so I'm going to start a door-to-door delivery service. That doesn't make any sense, right? And in like 3 or 4 months, is that still going to be the trend? Probably not. So don't make long-term decisions based on short-term problems. Right? Really look at what's going on, really look at what the market trends are. And if it's within the scope of your business, yeah, maybe let's tackle it, right? Because in the midst of trial, there's always opportunity. Here's the funny thing. People are still spending money. Go to any grocery store right now, and you'll see that people are still spending money. The question is, who's making that money? Are you really connecting to their ROI? Are you really connecting to your marketing to what they want? And they'll spend the money on it, right? So don't change your business model because of short-term issues, something outside your business, but do change because of market shifts, right? So that's one investment. Pivot when necessary, maybe even at short-term messaging changes, right? Right now, people aren't really, let's look at me personally, right? Right now, people aren't super interested in like my normal thing is like, let's double your business in 90 days. Let's accelerate. Let's go really fast. Right now, people are more concerned about, I want to maintain my business and hopefully still grow. How do I do that? So I'm reframing the conversation. You can even tell by the title of this video, right? See that? See what I did there? Maintain and grow your business during a hard time. See, we're shifting the conversation. We're reframing it around the conversations going on in the marketplace, but we're not making huge fundamental shifts in our business model, because it just doesn't make long-term sense, right? Another place for you to invest is in your audience. So I was talking to a client today who does Facebook ads, and she was telling me that certain Facebook ads, the video ones, are performing at a level where it's less than a cent per click or per view. I don't remember what she said, but it was like super cheap. It's like super dirt cheap, because why? Facebook attendance is up, like everybody's on Facebook, but Facebook advertising is down. That means there's a lot more surplus than there is demand, which means the prices go down. This is a perfect opportunity for you to invest in building your audience, invest in building your tribe, and yes, even invest in doing some things that serve your audience. Like maybe there's not a financial reward for you right this second, but if you show up and serve your audience and build your email list or build your Facebook group or build some sort of trust with your tribe, guess who they're going to turn to once that money starts flowing into their business again? You, because you were there to invest in them when times were tough, right? So invest in your audience and even consider what are some paid ads, right? Facebook ads, again, are super cheap right now. This is like the stock market. When the stock market goes down, the wise investor doubles down. They put more money in. When the stock market goes down, those that really lose, they pull out, they sell all their stuff. And now they've bought high, they sold low, they lose a ton of money. The wise person will put more money in, and then when the stock market goes up, they make a ton of money, right? That's what's going on right now. Are you investing in your audience so that when the economy bounces back, which it will, because economies go in cycles, will you be able to, gain from your investment, or will you be sitting there going, man, those ads were so cheap. I wish I would have put in, $100 and ran that ad. So invest in your audience. And then number 3 under investing here, which is point number 2. Number 1 was retain your clients by being proactive. Number 2 here is invest, right? And the third kind of little sub point here is invest in your skills. Okay, now more than ever. And by the way, I'm convinced that that's going to be the phrase of 2020, now more than ever. I've seen it in every marketing campaign everywhere. I've been saying it a million times. You're probably sick of hearing it, right? But now more than ever is the time for you to really double down on your sales skills, your marketing messages, like really fine tuning your personal skills in those areas. Because guess what? You might see less leads, but seriously, growth-minded entrepreneurs, just like growth-minded investors, are going to be doubling down during this time. So what sort of clients do you want to work with? If you want to work with those really good clients that are growth-minded, right now is the time to reach them. So don't shut down. Reinvest in yourself and in your skills, and reinvest in your business, right? Get accountability. Like for instance, the Lammer Clients Intensive. I started talking about that at the beginning, right? Come join my group. It's starting this Monday. We'll hold you accountable. We'll give you some skills. You'll make a ton of money while everyone else is whining that they can't make money in this economy. Guess what? You can, and you will, and it's a lot easier with a group. So, message me about that, or leave me a comment if you're interested. Would love to explore that with you. Okay, point number 3, and this is the doozy. This is the important one. And when I say it, you're going to be like, well, duh, but keep selling. 100% keep selling, okay? Here's a really funny thing. So I was just, and if you're watching, I'm sorry, but I was just talking with somebody, and I invited them to learn more about my program starting on Monday, and they said, are you serious right now? Are you seriously trying to sell me coaching right now? And I was like, well, take away the word trying, and yes, I'm selling a coaching program. And guess what? You're saying no. You're saying I'm crazy. 5 other people just said yes. What? Okay, so who's the crazy one? The person who thinks that this is a downturn economy, so you can't sell, or the person who's being proactive and is continuing to sell forward and is continuing to lean into the ROI? Right? That's what you have to do. You got to get your mindset right, that this is the opportunity for you to keep moving forward and find your very best clients. And you got to keep your doors open. You have to keep selling, right? Again, people are spending money. Go to your local restaurants that are delivering. They're busy as all get out. Go to your local grocery stores. All that stuff is going to be gone. People are still spending money. It's just their priorities have shifted. And so have you shifted your message, and are you framing your ROI in the right way? That's what you got to worry about. And again, short-term problem. If you turn off the nozzle today to leads and to clients, you can't just turn it on tomorrow and have water. It takes a while to prime that pump, right? So you've got to keep going now, even if you're not making money now, which you will. But let's say that you don't. 2 things will happen. 1, you'll be investing in your audience and building your audience. And 2, you're going to keep that pump primed so that when the money does start flowing, then you're being a really, really good spot. Hannah says, yes, I just put this in an email to my clients. I was like, do not stop marketing. Yes, clients today, or marketing today is clients tomorrow, Hannah. You are right on the money with that. And if you turn off that marketing pump, seriously, you're going to be wishing in 2 to 3 weeks that you had kept going. But then again, this is the problem with most entrepreneurs. We don't have a consistent source of leads. So if you were already struggling to get leads, that problem is going to get worse, because leads are going to be harder and harder to get. So you've got to be a lot better right now at follow-up. You've got to be a lot more driven to actually go out, leave the cave, go hunt your lead. This is really aggressive wording, right? I always feel bad with aggressive wording, because I think of all the people I reach out to as people, not as animals. But seriously, you got to go out there. You got to find your leads. You got to bring them back, right? And this is the time to be just a little bit more aggressive. This is the time just to be a little bit more follow-up, and still be human, still be friendly. You can do this without being sleazy and slimy, but totally. Very cool. So Hannah says, the clients of my client, I handle her customer service stuff. Okay, very cool. And I'm noticing that my internet's up and down, ever since America went home, internet's been slow, and the streaming services have been spotty. So I apologize for that. Very cool, guys. That's what I got. Those were my 3 things. So let's review them really quick. One is retain by stepping up as a strategic partner. Invest both in yourself, in your audience, and make sure you don't make long-term decisions based on short-term problems. And then number 3 is keep selling, because you determine your success, not the economy. And by the way, if you are intrigued about my program, the Landmark Clients Intensive, we help people bring in up to $100,000 using Facebook and LinkedIn. It's starting this Monday. Really excited to get going with it. You're invited to explore it. It's no pressure, right? I only take people who are a good fit because I actually guarantee the results. So if you're interested in that, leave me a comment or shoot me a message and we'll talk about it. And hopefully get you going this Monday so that you get through this time with more clients and maintaining your business. Awesome, guys. Leave me your comments, leave me your thoughts, and we'll talk soon. Take some fast focus, imperfect action. I got your back. I believe in you. See ya.